Welcome back to Forest Hill United Methodist Church's podcast, It Takes a Village. I am Reverend Mandy Neal, and today we're just kind of doing a pause, a briefing moment of where we are, kind of thinking about, it's been a busy week here at Forest Hill, and we're leading into another busy week with everything that's happening at Gibson Market.
We are tired. It has been a long but great week, but lots of things have been happening. So we're taking a moment to breathe, to catch up, and catch you guys up too with what all has been happening.
So for us, it's Thursday. And so we just last night finished VBS, Vacation Bible School, and it was a road trip with God. We had so much fun. Amanda Dyer did an amazing job. Lots of great energy, lots of great helpers.
Yeah, it was really good. It was nice. Like, we had the new class, and so there was just a lot more energy on that first night.
Our little. So we had our toddler classes, our new addition for this year.
Yeah, and we had some children who were in our preschool that came. So I was really excited to see that. And I know the first night I was coming in to turn on the sound equipment and everything like 15 minutes before, and there were already people in the room excited and ready to go. So they were pumped for Vacation Bible School this year. And so they did it was like a road trip, but their main character, if you weren't a part of VBS, was this dog. So we had like a little dog park. And so all of the children brought their little stuffies, their stuffed animals, and they had them in like a little dog park area. And so the kids were excited to come and see everybody's critters that they brought and things like that. And it was just really good.
And they all got a little dog tag, a little collar with a dog tag. It was really cute.
Yeah.
And then throughout the week, they kind of moved around in the dog park and did different things. So yeah, it was really great.
Yeah, it was very good. It was very good. So we're excited that is kind of transitioning forward, but there are so many things.
So we're good tired. We're good tired this week.
Very good tired.
So now that we have that kind of closed out, so now we're thinking about next week because next week begins our market at Gibson Village. And so we're really excited about that. So that will be Monday, June the 9th is our first market, and it's 4 to 7. So we wanted to just tell you what's going on. So we have a lot of fun stuff going on.
Yeah, so our market is going to be at our Gibson Village campus. And if you haven't been over there yet, you need to get down there because it's really wonderful.
419 Kerr Street.
419 Kerr Street Northwest. It is on our side of kind of McGill. It's not on the downtown side, but it's on our side, right at the edge of McGill. 419. We're really excited for it. Amanda's put in a lot of hard work. She's been meeting with different people in all these different jobs and kind of connecting. You heard a little bit about that. And one of the really exciting things is that she secured some funding for some things to help us have a market more and do it well. And so she got some grant funding for some things that we needed to kind of really make it lively and wonderful. And so we're excited for that. Excited to see those things come in the mail. That'll help us have a wonderful market.
Yeah, so one of the things that we've been working hard at is creating partnerships within our community. And so we're partnering with the City of Concord for this market. And also the North Carolina State Extension Office has been incredibly helpful in helping us get this together. And just a lot of different pieces of the puzzle have been coming together, but it's not just us, it's a collaborative project. And so that's really great. And it has been so helpful as we've been trying to figure out how to do this and how to do it well.
And shout out to Michelle, who has just been working really hard at part of our church.
Dewey's,
And she has just been reaching out to vendors and thinking about all the logistics about how to make it be successful and smooth. And so we have a great team that's been working on it.
Yeah, so we have Barbie Farms is going to be our produce vendor. We have microgreens. We have a meat vendor. We have a pizza kitchen.
We have some crafts.
A food truck. So it's really exciting. Like it just keeps growing, getting bigger and bigger, and I think it's gonna be fun. And we're selling Deep Time coffee.
So Forest Hill is going to have several kind of vendor spots at the market. One of those is Deep Time Coffee, which we've done here. And so Deep Time Coffee is a mission and a ministry of a United Methodist Church within our conference. So we love to support them. And
in Asheville. So
it's in Asheville, and we have something really exciting about the things that we are going to be selling of Deep Time Coffee. I don't know if we want to reveal.
yeah, I think we should. So we have a Forest Hill blend. So we were able to gather some people and take some whole beans from one
Like a
single destination.
Colombia, and then a
Yeah,
blend in Kenya,
yeah.
and
So we ground them up and brewed them and blended the coffees together. We came up with our Forest Hill blend, and so that's pretty exciting. We're really excited about that. And you can get it here at the church as well, but we are going to be selling that at the table. So it's a blend you haven't had before, but I like it. So I'm really excited about that.
yeah, I think it's a really great way that this market is kind of doing the thing that we hope it is, which is support not only like things that are mission in our world, but support startups, supporting people who are trying to get off their feet, whether that's from whatever circumstance of life, entrepreneurs and things like that. And so we're really excited to be able to be a part of the community and support the community in all of these things that are showing up at the market.
Yeah, so these partnerships that we are making helps us support, not just provide the farmers market, but also for those who are looking to grow their business or just have a place to sell. It's a way to kind of help them. We're moving toward and hoping toward having an incubator market, which means that we'll surround somebody who's just getting started with all that they need in terms of education and things like that. But that's all facilitated because of the deep partnerships that we're working with in the community. So yeah. It's more than just something that happens on Mondays. It really is hopefully lifting up the community.
Yeah, and
bringing in fresh food. We're bringing in opportunities to sell products.
Yeah, so. Some really unique food, some pizza, and things like that. So some things you maybe haven't tried before, and some unique things. So really looking forward to all at the market. So it's coming up. If you're depending on when you're watching this, our first market is on Monday, June 9th. And so if you listen to this after the 9th, come the following Monday. It is a great opportunity to gather. It's a great opportunity if you're a part of our church. We're calling it one of our missions. So it's one of our missions for the year. One of the ways that we are getting out into our community, supporting our community, and trying to do good and share love in our world. And there's some really easy ways that you can do that. And then there are some little more in-depth ways. We have volunteers who can sit at a table for some of our Forest Hill things. You can help people sample coffee. You can, help people purchase coffee. You can help just talk about what we're doing and kind of what our mission and our vision is, as well as helpers for whatever Amanda needs that pops up, because we don't know what all we're going to need, but we're sure we're going to need some hands to be lent to help.
Yeah, so if you can't be 4 to 7, not a problem. Let us know what you can do. We want to get you involved. Like Justin said, Gibson Village is our mission for this year. And we're really investing wholeheartedly into that. And whether that means you just show up and meet our neighbors, or if you're able to help and work at the market, or, there's going to be a lot of opportunities. You don't have to pick just one, because the market is just kind of the beginning. It's like the moment when we actually do something. So it's really a really big moment for us. But we're building up to so much more behind the scenes. So the market, come to the market. It's going to be all the Mondays of the summer, but in the background, there's still some other stuff going on. So do you want to talk about that? You want to talk about the worship kind of piece of that?
Yeah. So as I mentioned, we're going to be talking a little bit about Forest Hill, just sharing kind of who we hope to be in the world. And one of our hopes and these conversations that we're having in the ways that we are connecting is that we will be able to foster some really intentional and authentic community. And that will be a place where people want to gather together for worship as well. And so this fall, we are launching a worship service. It'll probably be in the very beginning of September. And to do that, and to do that well, we've really been working on being intentional about connecting, listening to our neighbors, seeing the ways that we can come alongside people, hearing what is happening in the community, and then seeking to be a place of God's love and God's peace and God's grace. And so that's going to bubble up in worship this fall. And so you heard us talk about how we were doing some surveys for people who might have some gifts. They might have some things that they're graced in that would be beneficial as we kind of start this process. And so we did some questionnaires in April. And then in May, we sent out invitations to all those who filled out questionnaires. And there's still time to join these teams that we've kind of formed. So we formed 5 teams, I believe, all around these gifts that we hold within us that we're just naturally good at. And so some of the teams are like a prayer team, a support team, a welcome and hospitality team, and one called table conversations, as well as like a staging team. And so that's kind of what we're doing at the moment in this part of the process.
And we hope you've been invited, like individually, because we're also asking people to invite their friends to come and help.
Yeah.
So if you get an invitation, please say yes, but you don't have to wait on an invitation, because
Absolutely.
we really want you to jump in and
Yeah.
to be part of this, because it's going to be fun. I mean, I'm really excited, really excited.
Yeah. One of the things that's really exciting is, as we're doing this, we're trying to figure out who we can come alongside and who can come alongside us as we do this as well. So we also received some grant funding from the Foundation for Evangelism. And so we're really excited. So today I got to go shopping on the internet. And so we've been looking through some of the things that we might need to make worship just feel good and be successful and have what we need. And so I'm really excited for the ways that it's coming together, the ways that other people are kind of coming alongside us too in this process. I think these teams are going to be some really wonderful things. They have some odd names, but I think once you kind of learn a little bit more about them or kind of see how you can be a part of that, they're going to be really good. Like table conversations.
Do you want to tell us what that
I don't know.
means?
Do you want to know?
Sure.
So we are, worship's going to be different. So we've said that before. It's not going to be like 9:00. It's not going to be like 11. We really, in my kind of Methodist way, like I hear a lot of John Wesley's kind of early faith formation, small group kind of goals and kind of channeling how we're doing this. So we want people to be able to connect. We want people to be able to sit at a table together to talk about their faith as a part of the worship service, not for like strict accountability, but as a way of just walking in life with each other, lifting each other up, supporting them, hearing the things, and then talking about how the sermon or the message or whatever it is speaks to us in our current moment and where we are, and how God is working in that and what that calls us to, or where we have experienced that in the world. And so like table conversations is one of those really cool places where we're hoping to have some people just sit at worship and just be present and be encouraging of conversations, not necessarily to be the conversation like monologue person, but this person who is just really engaging and connecting and building these relationships at a table that will naturally manifest into some deeper conversations.
That's exciting. We're really excited. It's a fun moment of like thinking about how we want worship to look and what that looks like, and at the same time holding this, which we've talked about a lot, this tension of like and where the Holy Spirit leads, we will try to be attuned to that. So but things are kind of becoming a little bit more solidified as we think about what we need for worship. We're continuing that vision and that plan. So it's getting very exciting, and we're going to be having a meeting with that whole group sometime in June.
I think it's June 26th.
So that's exciting. Again, not too late to jump into that. There's behind the scenes things. So you might say like, oh, but I don't want to be the one.
I don't want to talk
or talking or leading table conversation. But maybe you're great with putting out chairs. Maybe you just want to show up and like say whatever you need me for.
We can't have table conversation without a table.
That's true.
It'd be great to have some people helping set up tables and things like that.
There's really a lot of great ways to jump in. And be a part of that. And also just showing up for worship. That's huge, right? Because we need people who just show up. It would be really hard to start a worship service and launch a worship service if we didn't have anybody there. So like there's going to be a launch Sunday when we're going to say, please come and be a part of that. We want our launch Sunday to be as big and exciting, as energetic as possible. And so we hope that you will mark
and the week after that,
yes.
like we want the first week to feel good, and then we want the second week to kind of seize on that momentum and carry it forward. And so it can be
really, we want you all the time.
Yeah, just come hang out at Forest Hill. There's always something to do.
So anything else? Any other little things you have going on?
I think that's a lot.
Preparing. I just didn't know if we missed anything on that.
At this moment, I think that's it. I think one of the exciting things is, you're talking about like we're not quite sure where we're going. It's so fun to think about spaces as we get ready for the market and think about like how we envision using everything, and then going, oh my gosh, well now like we're gonna have this market, so maybe this new room can be this thing for the market, or like everything we're doing is constantly being informed by the steps we take along the way, and so that's really exciting.
Yeah, and as we're thinking about worship here, as we lead up to that, we're also
Mhm.
thinking about we're going to be over the summer. Our fun kind of sermon series is going to be around food and how we think about food and how we share food together, and how theologically food is such an important part of our world in terms of connecting to land. It's just such a part of what God created, this food and its hospitality and its love and its welcome. And we're going to think about kind of all that in July. And then in August, we're going to be sharing a sermon series that's helping us prepare for our launch and for what's happening at Gibson, and how we can be inviting and evangelism. We're gonna do that evangelism word.
Yeah. I think Forest Hill, we love talking about an open table. So I think how appropriate as we do this Gibson Market, we're talking about food and we're talking about how we can use our kitchens to do a sermon series talking about how we extend the table, how the table is open, like how we connect to communion and the things that like we receive in all of these things, like nourishment and sustenance and empowerment to go out in the world and do these things. And then at the same time, the table is still that place where we continue to gather, where we find fellowship and connection. And so I think that's going to be just a wonderful series to just lend us right into evangelism.
Yeah.
So excited for that. And as a little plug, be thinking about your favorite recipes. They might come in use during the sermon series. So.
Yeah. It's a good way. We're gonna share some food.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's kind of what's coming up as we're thinking ahead and preparing. And of course, we're going to give you updates because there's every week feels like a new update. But this week particularly felt like, wow, this is coming, and it's going to be a great thing. Yeah. And then we have an annual conference around the corner.
Yeah, so annual conference is coming up from the day we're recording this in about 2 weeks, about a week and a half. Yeah. So we're very excited for that. It'll be a great gathering. We have a large group from this church that's going to be going, and it'll be good to see people in our connection and hear the wonderful ways that people are doing mission in other places, and maybe we can swap some ideas along the way and use that to inform us as well.
Before we know it, summer will be over.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, lots of fun things happening.
I think that's probably about all we have today.
Yeah.
But it has been great to catch up with you. And the market is this coming week, so June the 9th. So I hope to see you. Even if you're not helping, come out, shop, talk to some people, have some fun with us. So we just thank you so much.
And if always you have any questions, let us know.
Yeah. Until next time.
Bye.